Welcome back to Tom's Garage again, boys and girls. Good morning. Good morning. Today, the pal. It's a Cub Cadet CC30H. Yeah, I think I just did a video on this one about 4 months ago. I did a service on it, I think, if I remember right. I don't remember. But today, they brought it back because he was mulching leaves and he said the blade quit turning. And it did. So we are going to pull this deck off. It's easy to do. And we're going to find out why the blade quit turning. Man, it's almost impossible to see in there. Yeah, they got such a big covering that pulley and belt and everything, you can't see it good. So it's easier just to pull the deck off. Let's do that. Let's do that. Grab me a pair of pliers and we'll start pulling pins. Got a washer off there. There's one. Let's see, we got one in the front here. Hey, there's a front pin. We got to get this engaging cable out of there. Yeah, that just pulls off like that. Hook that up there like that. Okay. We'll have to get the other side off to be able to pull that off. Okay. That's loose. That's loose. And we'll come around here. Let's see, we've got to pull this pin off. Right there. And we got to pull this plug out right here. That's a safety switch. It tells the tractor whether or not this cover's on here. Let's say this thing here, you gotta unhook it here. Might have to take a little screwdriver. Let me grab a little screwdriver. You gotta get this thing to release. Get that little thing here, little plastic thing. Little plastic thing that holds that wire on there. If I can get in there tight. There it goes. It just clips right in there. And then we can pull this out just like that. Just like that. Okay. We are on the ground. Raise this back up, get the levers out of the way. Okay, what do we have? Where's the belt? Oh, well, that's the vent for the fuel tank. That's been rubbing. Ain't good. It goes up to the, yeah, that goes to the intake. This is supposed to go to the fuel tank. I gotta figure out where that goes. It's broken and falling off. See, it goes right there. So this thing is sucking dirt. Sucking dirt. Gotta fix that. Okay. Now we gotta reach under there and get that belt off of the engine pulley. Okay. Well, the belt's not. Yeah, I see it. Looks like it just come off that pulley over there. Let's pull this deck out and take a gander. See what's going on. washers out of the way, clips. Okay. Some of these leaves out here. Some of these leaves out here. I'm gonna have to charge him for raking leaves. It's pretty bad when you gotta do yard work just to work on somebody's tractor. Okay. It looks to me like this belt has come out from in here. It's supposed to go up there like that inside. See, a lot of times I have seen these right here break. These arms, they'll break right there in the weakest spot. And these will go missing. What this does when you lower the, well, when you raise the deck all the way up, this bar will touch another bar and it will make that pulley level. So when the deck is up, all the pulleys are straight to the engine pulley. And I've seen these break, and when the deck is up, this pulley will be slanted like that and it won't be in line, and that belt will get chewed up. That's the same thing with a Craftsman R1000, a Troy-Bilt TB30, and the Cub Cadet CC30H is all the same tractor. They're all like that. So looks like we're gonna need a new belt. He's got this thing chewed up pretty good. Let's get this cover off. I was gonna say I have seen these break before right there, and this one is too. They always seem to break right there on that tab. On another one, I made a little bracket. It's still pretty stable, but yeah, we got to get that fixed. I'm gonna make a bracket for that. So let's grab what appears to be a 3/8, or is that a 10 millimeter? Let's find out. It's a 3/8. We got one here. I'm gonna go ahead and take this one off. See how that's broke. And take this one out. And take this one out. Okay. Oh yeah, look at that. That sucker is burnt right there. Oh man, this thing is burnt pretty good. Let me make sure this pulley's good. Yeah, all the bearings and everything feel pretty good. Now we got to figure out what the part number for that belt is. Let's see. Let me go right here. Click on my favorite Douglasville Ace Hardware. Click on OEM parts. Click on Cub Cadet. And the model number is a CC30. Oop. Uh-oh. I gotta restart my computer. Let me do that. Gotta hate this computer. Let me hit pause. I gotta restart this computer. Okay, let's try this again here. This crazy computer goes into tablet mode and your keyboard won't work sometimes. CC30H. Let's see, let me look on the sticker somewhere. It's usually under the seat there. Model number 13B721. Right there. 13, let me back up here. 13B721. Let me look at the rest of it. 21, JDO 56. JDO 56 right there. This tractor here is an actual hydrostatic transmission. Let's see. Assemblies. Let's see, Come on, slow computer. There you go. Scroll down, find the belt. There it is. Right there. Nope, that's a belt keeper. Wrong one. Belt. Let me write that down. 954. Let's see here. Let's write that part number down. That's a 954-0501. 501. Right there. Boy, they want $43.99 for that belt. OEM. Wow. 43.5 inches. Well, we're going to go aftermarket with this belt. I don't think that tractor is worth $43.99. All right, boys and girls, let me hit pause. Let's go get a belt. Let's go get a belt. All right, while we're waiting for the belt, let's fix this thing. Let's fix this thing. Little broken off tab. Let me go through one of my favorite drawers over here and find us a little L bracket. Hey, look. Cleaning a carburetor. Love it, love it. All right, one of my favorite drawers. Besides my underwear drawer. Let's see. There's one right there. Pow. All right. So what we'll do, with that on there, well, I don't even think we're going to need that. We'll put that on there just like that. Make sure the holes are lined up. All right, I'm going to have to twist this to match that. Yeah. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Let me raise this camera up a little bit. A little bitty bit. Let's see, we'll just grab it and give that a little twist. Let's see if we twisted it too far or not far enough. Yeah, we're going to have to grind some off this corner right here because it's going to hit this arm. It won't allow that to disengage far enough, which is fine. Yeah, let's grind some of this off. Woo! About got that thumb, boy. Trying to do this one-handed, holding the camera. Okay. I'm going to bend it out a little bit. Oh, I don't have it held tight enough. Well, let's see what that gives us. By golly, I think that's pretty good. We're going to go with that. We are going to go with that. Let me make a little mark on that plastic. We know where to drill a hole. Let's see, I need to make sure that's not going to interfere with anything. Let me grab a flashlight. Yeah, let's see, looks like we got plenty of room in there. Plenty of room, yeah. So if we use that top hole, actually we might ought to go ahead and use that bottom hole. I believe that's what we need to do. Okay. Okay. Let's mark it. Let's go with a paint pen. With that thing held right there, I want to make a hole. Well, make a hole in it. It's not leaving a mark. There it goes. There's just a little mark. Little dot. Pow. So let's see. We'll come over here and we'll drill a 1/4 inch hole in that. For a 1/4 20 screw. Let's see. Let me grab the drill bit. Little drilling bit. Where's my 1/4? I believe that's my 1/4. I let it spin in the chuck and now you can't read it. Oh well, it looks like a 1/4. Close enough. Close only counts in hurricanes, horseshoes, and hand grenades. All right. Now, what are we going to have to do with that bracket? Are we going to have to drill that bracket out? Line it back up with the little holes. That one's lined up, that one's lined up. All that seems to be lined up pretty good. Now let's put the screws back in it. Grab those. Well, before I do that though, I need to grab a little bolt. Let's see, let's grab a 3/4. And, ooh, I am out of lock nuts. I am completely out of 1/4 lock nuts. That ain't good at all. Let's see, I found that one, that's good. Ooh, I gotta put that on the list. I can't be out of 1/4 lock nuts. Okay, just like that. Now I wonder if I can get a wrench in there to hold that bolt head. I don't believe I'll be able to, so what we'll have to do is tighten it down before we bolt this down. Yep, let's do that. All right, we are good. I need to put a washer into that. Take it back off. It'll let me. Go over and grab a washer. Pow. Well, you know, before I do that, I need to check this bolt. I believe that's going to be fine. Yeah. Yeah. All right, we are good. Yeah, we're going to pull that way over, because this is going to have to be forced out just a little bit, which is fine. I just want to make sure I don't do any interfering with this bracket. Well, let's put it on there and test fit it. What did I say that was? A 10mm or 3/8? I think it was a 3/8. It is. Let's see, let me loosen that just a little bit. Yeah, we'll have to force it over just a little bit. Still ain't gonna want to line up. It's gonna be a far reach. It's gonna be a far reach, I'm afraid. This one over here will line up, but that one is gonna try to be a pain. Unless I can bend that bracket. Got a little screwdriver. Let's see what kind of play we can get out of it. I believe we're going to be all right there. Just give it a little stretch. Yeah, we have to stretch it just a little bit. Look in there and make sure nothing's rubbing. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. All right, that's how we fix that. Now I've got to take it back off and put the belt on there when we get the belt in. All right. That fixes that little problem. Now let's wait for the belt to come back in. All right. While we're still waiting for the belt, this I noticed goes right there to the intake manifold. We're going to have to replace this vent line. It goes. I'm going to have to pull this bodywork off. We got to get that fixed. Way up on top of that fuel tank, way back there, you'll see that little valve where the hose hooks. Way up there. Phew. I bought a whole roll of this in the auto parts store a couple of years ago, and this is what I have left. This ought to be enough. I had to work on a John Deere with the fuel tank in the back of the tractor, and that vent for that followed the fuel line all the way the entire length of the tractor. So that's why I bought so much of it. But that's got a hook there, and it's got to fish up through there to the top of that fuel tank. So Let's do it. Let me lower the table a little bit. We'll get that seat taken off. I gotta fix that seat too. That thing's about to fall off. Yeah, to take this seat off, all you gotta do is just knock these 2 screws here out of it. Well, that's all you gotta do. 2 little screws. Let me set this over there. And the seat will come off. I gotta fix this seat too. Let me show you. He's got carriage bolts or something, and this is a 3/8 16 screws. And this, I bet you this one's falling down inside the seat. I see that all the time. I can't really see in there that well, but they usually fall inside. Don't see it. We'll get these bolts here replaced and put some good bolts in there for him. All right. That bodywork, it just kind of picks up. And that vent we got to hook to is under this plate right here. So, grab a little screwdriver. We got to pull these little clips out of there. Get the fuel cap off. It's going to be in the way. It just pokes up like that. Just like when you cook a turkey, that little thing will pop out. See, all that does is it goes in there like that. You really ain't supposed to pull it apart, but it just goes down in there and spreads that. You got 3 of them, I believe. Just like that. On this side, I can get it, reach it gooder. Pow. All right, and you have 2 little Phillips head screws. Back there. Ooh. 2 little screws holding this little back piece on there. These ain't the proper screws, but whatever works. Yeah, this back piece will just come off. You have to take this off to be able to get to the air filter. And the key switch, the throttle control, that's just going to stay with the body work. And it ought to just come off. We just need this body work to move just a little bit so I can get under that plate right there. That plate ends right there. Get it to move just a little bit for us. Just a little bit. That's all we need. Let's see. Let's go over here on this side and check, make sure everything's good. I ain't fixing to unplug something we don't know about. Let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and unplug this key switch and the reverse doohickey. Let me set the camera down. I can use both hands here. There we go. So that's all we did was unplug the key switch. That little doohickey there. That gives us a little more We can get it out from around this height adjustment handle, this engagement handle. Yeah, that throttle cable is catching. Okay. That's what we got right there. That's good. That's what we need. And that little vent is way in there. We're going to have to get this plate taken off. And to do that, we got to get a tool in there. Let's see. Grab my 3/8 back. Take this screw out. Ooh. Lord knows where the socket went. There it is. There's a screw there, and then there's a screw right there. Got two on this side and two on the other side. Let's go get them. Got one there. Raw. And one here. And that plate should lift off far enough for us to get that hose plugged in. But this also houses the seat safety switch. There we go. That's what we want right there. All that just to get to that. Wow. Okay. That's a one-way valve, so it wasn't sucking dirt and debris in the tank, but it was certainly sucking in dirt and debris in the intake manifold right here. Yeah, you see that thing's just rotten. It's just coming all to pieces. There's the old one. And this has got to fish down through here. Let's see, what's the best way to route this thing? I guess just straight down front. Down through there, we'll use a couple of zip ties and tie it off. A couple of zipper ties. Let's see, we'll cut it right about here. And this ain't fill line, this is just vacuum hose, vacuum line. Let's see, we'll go down through here like that. Put it in there like that. We'll just zip tie it to that. And let's see, we'll zip tie it. I'll just zip tie all three of them together. Back here, make sure they're secure. We'll have to cut this zip tie next time we change that fuel filter. But that fella sure does love this little tractor. It's a good little tractor, really. I mean, I know it's got the power more engine, but it's got the good hydrostatic transmission. Okay, that's all we wanted to do. Now we'll get this plate put back on here. What did I do with all the tools? Here it is. Sounds like the Russian military is coming. Okay, there's that. Plug the switches back in here. Plug that back in. Plug that back in. Let me go get them little clips that go in there. Well, I tell you, it's warm enough today. I could take this boggin off. Right at 70s in here today. That's pretty good. Put that one there. Put that one there. Put that one there. All right, we're good. Now we'll get the back body work put back on. Well, let me clean that air filter real quick while I got that piece of body work off. That way we can. Well, that's loose. Well, that's not even on there. That thing is just hanging there. It was hanging there just like that. That ain't good. That's got to be the wrong air filter. No, it's got a place right there that holds it. But this wasn't hooked. And it allowed this air filter to come off like that and just kind of bounce around in there. That ain't good. That's all slid over. Let's just blow it out a little bit. It looks like it's not very dirty. Just give it a little puff. Because I don't have any air filters or nothing for these things in stock. I don't even know if I got any more oil filters. Huh. Is that backwards? I guess it goes like that. There it goes. And there it goes. We're good. Now where did I put that body work? I think I stuck it under the front of it. Oh, those are the screws that holds the seat on. I'm like, uh-oh, where'd them screws come from? Well, I went up there to get the body work and didn't do it. You just got two little tabs. I see that one's broke off. It is. Sound like Emerson Fittipaldi's coming in third out there. Very gently. You can see where this screw's come through, and that one has too. Okay. Well, there's the vent line we got fixed. Let's take a look at his seat. Undo that, pick that back up, and put this cap back on there. Okay, let's take a look at his seat. Let me grab a flashlight. Yeah, this thing is not right. Well, I guess sometimes you just got to use whatever you have at hand. I'm going to try to find there's something in there. These things usually fall down inside. I wish I could find it. I could hear something in there. Oh well. We'll just put them 2 bolts on there. That'll hold it. That'll be good enough for. That'd be good enough. Let me grab a couple of 3/8 16, I believe is what they are. Gotta get some short ones though. I don't want to run it up. And, as I say, let's find some 3/16 bolts. Bolts. I mean some 3/8. I said 3/16. 3/8. 3/8 16. That's what we need. Let me hit pause. I'm gonna have to dig around and look and find some. I think my drawer for my 3/8 bolts over there is empty. I need to go get some more hardware. Y'all hang with. Perfect length. What I'm having to do, I've run out of these short 3/8 bolts. These are 7/16 there. But I'm having to dig through my loose bolt bucket. Hey, here's one, but it's a little short. Let me keep digging. Nope, that's fine thread. Let's see. I know one's going to rear its head here in a minute. Where's that right there? Hey, that's one. That's a little long, but it ain't gonna hurt nothing. Put that real short one back in there. Let's see what we have. What do we have? What do we have? Yeah, that'll be fine. Let's see, I'll put this one up here. Let me grab a couple of washers. I'll put that one there. That one shouldn't be too long. I'll have to reinstall the seat and flop down on it, make sure you don't get rammed by a long bolt. All right, let me grab a wrench. There we go. Just remember this is plastic, so. There, that's good. That's proper. Now we'll take it back over here and put it back on the mower. All right. I'll be coming around about. Okay, let me grab my socket. We'll tighten her back down. Ooh, that seat was wet. It's got my whole chest wet now. I can tell by looking at it, he just leaves this thing outside. I'll see that long one was here. Uh-oh, damn, I just split his seat. Yeah, you can't feel that bolt head. Okay. Good enough. Okay, we got the body back on there. Everything's good. Well, all right. I wanted to do that while we was waiting on the belt. Looks like we got one right there missing. I'm gonna put a nut and bolt in there. Let's do that. Well, I don't have any more nylock nuts though. I'm out of those. I happened to find one in this drawer yesterday. Oh, there's one. Nope, that's a fine thread. It's gonna have to be a 1/4 24. Yeah, my box is empty. I wonder if I can put a 5/16 bolt through there. Let's see, let's find us a short 5/16. Well, I'm out of those too. Well, I need to go to the hardware store. What do we have down here? Anything? 2-inch, 5/16, 1.5 inches, 2 inches. Yeah, I need to go to the hardware store. Yeah, that's too long. 1/2 inch. Do I have any 1/2 inch? Yeah, there we go. Hope that ain't too short. We'll grab a 5/16 18 lock nut. I'm hoping it'll be long enough to activate that nylock insert there. Should be. I believe so. Let me stick my head down there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're good. Let me grab a couple of sockets. Good Lord, grab my 1/2 inch. Grab a 1/2 inch socket. Yeah, I guess you can tell I'm caught up. I ain't got much to do. That's why I'm spending some time on his tractor. Let me put a washer under this thing. Let's do that. Let's do that. There. Fix that too. Come on, give me something else wrong with this thing. We'll fix it. That belt ought to be here anytime. Ought to be here anytime. All right, I'll come back when I get the belt. You hang with. Pow. D&D. Power. Yeah. Okay, let's see. What we're going to have to do is we'll have to loosen this to get that belt inside there. The back side of that belt's going to go around that. Right there. Right there. Now let me grab me a 3/8 end wrench. Uh-oh. Get this phone out of my pocket, I tell you. I had to set a code to open it, but yet it keeps this crazy cell phone. Crazy cell phone. Just like that, just like that, just like that. Pa-pow. Okay. Alrighty. Now we'll put the cover back on it. We should be good to go. All right, there we go. New belt. Now we'll get to put the deck back on the tractor. Let me raise it up. Go from the other direction. Let me slide it in from the other side. All right. Let's get it into, well, I'm gonna get the belt on first. Reach under here and get it over. Get it over that little bar and get it around the pulley. Hey, oh, that is one stiff belt right there. Outside, needs to be inside. Get it around the pulley. All right. Get that one on. It has to go. See, these things won't hardly move. And it has to go really on both sides at the same time. Let's take a walk around here and see what's going on. Okay, I got that one barely on. Now we'll go cram this one on. Hopefully it won't fall off. There we go. Okay. Belt on there. Get this front pin put on there. Where is the pin? There we go. Whew. Now we'll come back around here and grab the clips and washers that goes with it. Okay. Go ahead and plug in this safety switch right here that's that little safety switch right there tells you whether or not you've got the chute on here. Just clip it in there like that. Clip that back down. Let's see, all these are the same washers. The two small clips go here. And we got that one right there in the front. Can't find the hole. There it is. There we go. Okay, now we'll hook the engaging cable back up. There goes around there like that. Hook it right there. And hook it right there. That thing is missing that little pin. Let me grab the little pin. We'll go over to the pin drawer. Oh, let's see, that's the cotter pin drawer. Let's see, what's a good pin to put in there? Use that one. We'll use this pin. Clip. Pin, clip, whatever you want to call it. Good enough. Okay. Whew. Now we'll engage it. Bring that back down. We have to be able to reach in there and look. Okay, what I can tell, the belt is nice and tight. What am I got a hold of here? Okay. Feels pretty good. Feels pretty good. Okay. Well, now we can let it down and drive it out and test it. Test it. I think this seat is wet. Let me grab something to sit on top of it. That nasty old knee pad ain't much better than getting wet. Alright. Deck is up. Disengaged. Choke. I still got the transmission disengaged because with the deck off of it, you couldn't drive it because of that safety switch on the chute right there. So remember we had that safety switch unplugged, so I just pulled this pin right here and disengaged the transmission. It's just, that thing's so light it's easier just to push it around than have to crank it up and drive it. Okay, let's try this again. On these CC30s or a R1000 or even a TB30 like a Troy-Bilt in this one, when you disengage, that blade will still spin. It takes a while for it to stop. That's why you just heard that blade hit the table right there. remember that last time I worked on one. All right, let's raise it up. I gotta make sure I didn't put a big old ding in that blade. I just sharpened it. Okay. Make sure she ain't still spinning. Yeah, it feels pretty good. Feels pretty good. Yeah, these that spindle brake on these things are just garbage. They don't work. So it'll still spin when you disengage it. Okay, everything looks pretty good. Lower this one down. Check that belt, make sure everything looks good. I just heard some more pecans fall. Okay. Well, all right, boys and girls, that is a deck belt on a Cub Cadet CC30H. Same thing with a Craftsman R1000 or a Troy-Bilt TB30. Whew. And I thank you for watching another tunnel video. Call that customer, come get us stuff, bring some geese. Y'all be good at it. And man, we will catch y'all on the next one. Love y'all, be good.